Robert Rennell, U.S. Navy.
A community salute to local veterans who took part in the latest honor flight this past weekend, flying as VIPs to Washington to visit the National War Memorial.
Morning, sir.
Follow the yellow brick road, Bob.
Hundreds turned out at the airport to welcome the 16 veterans from both World War II and the Korean War who were given a huge send-off.
Seated before us are some of the greatest givers in the history of our great nation. Not only did they give during the service of our country, but also to their families and community when they returned. This greatest generation embodied hard work, perseverance, and volunteerism, which all of us here are beneficiaries of their efforts. We humbly thank you.
Elizabeth Johns, U.S. Marine Corps.
Many of the veterans have never visited the memorials dedicated in their honor. Marie SOUCIA says it was a very emotional trip for her husband Ted, a Korean War vet from Peru, New York, who's 82.
It means a lot for me that he's able to go on this trip while he still can. I said I wasn't going to cry, but I cried when I got off that bus all the way into the airport. It's just awesome.
It's also the first trip to Washington for Larry McSweeney, a World War II vet who's also from Peru. His grandson Tim Mitchell was grateful to the many volunteers who made the trip to the World War II Memorial possible.
He has not been to the memorial before. It's an honor for me to escort him and be able to bring back the memories for him.
Welcome on board.
As the veterans were escorted onto the plane, dozens of runners took part in a 5K run and walk around the airport to raise money for future honor flights.
It's just a great cause. It was a great way to bring awareness both to the airport and to that event and have folks out here to send off and show the support for these veterans.
And with this send-off, the veterans headed off on one last mission to see the memorials and monuments built by a grateful nation. And when they flew home after a memorable day in the nation's capital, they returned to another hero's welcome. Dozens of people waiting to welcome them back home. Among them, 7th grader Luke Moore and several other students from Seton Academy who were waiting with handmade signs with the veterans' names.
He said thank you, and I could just see the joy in his face as he shook my hand. What they did for our country is just great.
God love you.
A fitting tribute to thank these North Country heroes for their service.